Hi guys, how's it going? English Twist, iTech Assist. Thanks for joining me today and showing me your support. And on this video, the subject is, if you checked out my other videos, I did an install of the HD accessories. This is the HD accessories, and it was the mirror screen protector. Now you saw me do the install on it, and I've been rocking this little screen protector for a few days now, and I want to give you a little update on it. I want to show you how it's been working out for me, if it really has actually been protecting my phone. What was the response that I got from it, what's my personal opinion of it, and just a general, if you were to spend your money on it, what would you get for your money, and do you want to make the decision to go ahead and purchase one? Alright, and remember the HD accessories is where I picked mine up from. Alright, so let's go ahead and flip this little bad boy over. Ta-da! Alright, and first impressions is, that's pretty neat, right? That's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not going to take it away from this screen cover. I mean, this is a very cool little design. It does exactly what you want it to do. It turns your iPhone into a mirror. Okay? There you go, you're just panning around there. You can see it. It's pretty sweet in its design. And like I said, it does exactly what it says on the box. But I have only been rocking this iPhone screen cover for, like I say, about 3 days now. And if you look, see if you can see it as well as I can. There you go, perfect. Caught the light absolutely on the mark there. Can you see that, guys? Now there's two sides to this story, because clearly you can see all these scratches. They're on the screen cover and not my iPhone, so that's a thumbs up. That is a definite good thing. But the other problem is, should it really be picked up so many scratches so quickly? I wouldn't go so far as to say, oh, I'm a perfectionist or anything, but you know what, I do like my things to stay nice and clean, and also, if you can see, let me see if you can get this. Let's see if we can get it again. Can you see that? Ooh, let's get that light again. There you go. See on the edge there? Don't want to move it too much. See on the edge here? It's got like this wearing. I mean, it wears. You see that? Picking up the light here. I apologize. There we go. That's better. Now you can see. You can see it's almost like a light abrasion on the edges there. Now that could have come from my case. I was rocking the, if you remember from my videos, I had the Switch Easy Capsule Rebel, and that is a very tight fitting. It contours to the curves of the phone exceptionally. Now that might have been a root cause of this slight rubbing, because my heavy-handedness, perhaps. I don't want to say either one is to blame, but I would probably lay a bet that there is like a film put on this screen protector, and that does wear away, kind of like with those two-way window protectors. You see the windows that you can see out but you can't see in, and they have basically a film that they put over the glass in order for you to do that. And I'm pretty sure this has probably got that sort of film on it, and with time, obviously, it could, I wouldn't go so far as to say it would just wear off, but I think that's what's causing this abrasion. It's rubbing on it. And I think because it's so thick, that also causes a slight area for concern when you've got those more tightly fitting cases. I mean, that's not to say if you go and throw this little puppy in a pouch, or if you put it in a, say, silicone case, because clearly that's going to be less harsh on the actual on the protective seal itself, because you can see, hopefully you can see, yeah, you can see it's got slightly pushed up on the edges here. That's from the claws of the Rebel Switch Easy, but that's not to take away from that case. I don't in any way want to take away from that case, because that's so cool. So I'll repent at my leisure for any negative opinions that you've generated from this video. If you have, I hope you haven't, but of that case, because that's absolutely brilliant. But yeah, sorry, I'm rambling there, my apologies. But as far as an actual opinion of this case, screen protector, I think it's really quite cool. You know, if you want the desired effect of a mirrored effect on your phone, go for this product, guys. I can only promote the HD accessory because that's who I saw when I stumbled across on the internet. I saw them for the nice prices, and they provided the service in impeccable speed. You know, I got this product, I think I said it was in just over 2 days, and I paid relatively nothing for shipping. So, you know, for the money that I saved, as opposed to going to another store and paying $15, maybe a little bit more, because this is somewhat of a niche for this product. So you may pay a little bit more than, you know, your normal Switch Easy screen protectors, maybe your iClear screen protectors, you know, your run-of-the-mill ones that everybody knows. When I say run-of-the-mill, you know what I mean. It's more commonly known. But yeah, this one is a slightly denser screen protector. So like I said, even though I have picked up those scratches, maybe I'm just heavy-handed, you know? Maybe I'm just that kind of a guy. I mean, it was only today, actually, that somebody commented on me, because, you know how you have that split momentary lapse of memory where you put your phone, and I was thinking, oh, where did I put my phone? Did you see it? And they were like, wherever you are, your phone is. You know, so, I mean, this thing is always on me, so it's definitely put to the test. So if you want to take anything away from this, it's that I've really put this to the test, you know, because I put it in my pocket, and it's always with me. But as far as the cut of this, I mean, it's very snug against the edges of the screen. So I've got the macros doing its self-justification here. You know, you can see on there that it's very snug to that bezel, and it complements it very well. If you can see, you know, we've got the shine of the mirrored effect against this chrome. So, you know, if you like the chrome, if you like the old bling bling, you know, it brings that, accentuates the volume tap and all these extra chrome additions to the phone that, you know, the previous edition iPhone didn't have. So that's a great plus right there. And as far as the cut, in approximation, you know, I am very slightly off having this on a perfect positioning, but you can see just around the speaker there. Whoop, almost dropped it. See, just around the speaker, it's not a perfect cut, but that's very good. You know, I'm sure if you really, really took the time and effort, you could measure that up so it was exactly even on all sides. As far as what I can tell you about this slight seam which separates the screen from the bezel, I haven't picked up any dust in there, guys. I think, you know, this has deflected the dirt off of my phone very well. So I haven't picked up any dirt in that little seam. So that's done the job. I'm very grateful for that. As far as the button here, the button cutting, I think that you know this screen protector's here. I'm going to do a review on a Switch Easy screen protector probably in my next video, and I'm going to tell you the difference in feel there, because there's a different rub on my finger, you know, and when you rub it over, because this is a very thick screen protector. Let's see if we can get sort the macro out. Yeah, look at that, guys. You can actually see that. Hopefully you can. I'm not just sparking off hot air here, but look at that. You can see that. That's actually pretty thick. You see? So that, in a positive, you know, we're talking a very dense screen now, but, you know, like, look at this. I'm going to blast my nail over it. See, that does show up. You see that? Let's go ahead and blast out the old micro. Sorry about that. I belted my desk. Alright. There we go. See, that did rub away very well. So you can tell. You see that? It's gone now. So you can tell that these scratches are from something that I had in my pocket. But, you know, guys, I hope this video review has been informative to you. At 9 minutes and 10 seconds right now, so, you know, without further ado, I'm gonna have to, I'm afraid, leave you for the duration of this video. And go ahead and rate, comment, and subscribe. Send me an email or post a comment if there's anything that you want to know about this product. I'd love to do another video, but go ahead and just send me an email, and I'll respond to every question that you send to me. Okay? Catch me on the Twitter, English Twist. And as for now, you know what time it is, guys. It's time to rock out. So you take it easy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.